There are people who cancel plans and feel pure joy. Not guilt, joy. If that's you, we need to talk. Meet Emma. Emma is 29, works in marketing, has friends, normal life. And right now, she's sitting in her apartment, alone, on a Friday night. And she's never been happier. Her phone buzzes. Text from her friend Sarah. Hey, want to grab drinks tonight? Everyone's going. Emma stares at the message. Her heart rate increases. Not from excitement, from dread. She types, hey, I'd love to, but I'm not feeling great. Rain check? She's feeling fine. Actually, she's feeling great. But the thought of putting on real pants and making small talk for 3 hours? That's the sickness. She hits send. Waits for the guilt to arrive. It doesn't. Instead, she feels relief. Pure, unfiltered relief, like she just dodged a bullet. She makes tea, puts on a show she's already seen twice, sits in complete silence. And she thinks, this is perfect. Emma doesn't hate people. She just loves being alone more. And society thinks that's weird. But is it? Let's find out. Here's what's happening in Emma's brain right now. When most people think about being alone, they think sad, lonely, antisocial, probably owns too many cats. Wrong. Emma's brain is doing something completely different. See, human brains process social interaction like a computer processes programs. Every conversation, every smile, every "how was your weekend?" It takes energy, actual measurable energy. For extroverts, social interaction generates energy. It's like charging a battery. For people like Emma, it drains the battery every single time. It's not personal. It's neurological. Emma's brain has a lower threshold for dopamine. That's the reward chemical. She doesn't need constant stimulation to feel good. Actually, too much stimulation makes her feel terrible. It's called sensory overload. And it's not just about noise. It's about everything. The lighting in the bar, the music, the crowd, the conversation topics, the eye contact, the performance. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. Social interaction is a performance. You're on stage. And people like Emma, they're hyper-aware of the stage. They see the script. They notice when they're acting. And it's exhausting. So when Emma's alone, her brain finally gets to rest. No performance. No script. Just existing. And her brain says, oh, thank God. It releases serotonin, the calm chemical. Emma feels at peace. Not because she hates people, but because she finally doesn't have to be on. There's also this thing called the introvert brain. It processes information differently, more deeply, more thoroughly. While an extrovert's brain says, let's talk this out, an introvert's brain says, let me think about this for 3 hours alone. Emma doesn't think out loud. She thinks in silence. And when she's constantly around people, she never gets to finish a thought. It's like trying to read a book while someone asks you questions every 30 seconds. Sure, you can do it, but why would you want to? Let's talk about the situations, the moments where people who like being alone reveal themselves. Scene 1. The cancellation high. Emma's friend invites her to a party. Emma says yes, because that's what you're supposed to do. The party is in 3 days. For 3 days, Emma thinks about the party, with dread. Not because she hates her friend, not because parties are bad, but because she already knows how it's going to go. She'll arrive, make small talk, smile a lot, ask people about themselves. Someone will ask her something personal. She'll give a surface-level answer because going deep at a party feels inappropriate. She'll stand in groups of people, laughing at the right times, nodding, contributing just enough to not seem weird. And the whole time, a voice in her head will be counting down the minutes until she can leave. The day of the party arrives. Emma's friend texts, hey, party's canceled, host is sick. Emma reads this message, and she feels it. The relief. It washes over her like warm water. She doesn't have to go. She's free. She texts back, oh no, hope they feel better. She puts 3 sad emojis. She's not sad. She's ecstatic. She's getting her night back, and she feels zero guilt about it. Scene 2. The social battery. Emma goes to a work event. It's mandatory. She arrives, she's pleasant, she networks. For exactly 1 hour. Then something happens. Her brain just stops. She can feel it. The social battery hits 0. Mid-conversation, she's suddenly aware that she's nodding but not listening. She's smiling, but her face hurts. She's saying words, but they don't mean anything. She's running on fumes. And she knows if she stays 1 more minute, she'll either say something weird or just shut down completely. She leaves. She doesn't announce it. She doesn't make a big exit. She just vanishes, like a ghost. People call this the Irish goodbye. Emma calls it survival. She gets in your car, sits in silence. No music, no podcast, nothing. Just quiet. And she feels her brain reboot, like a computer that was overheating. By the time she gets home, she's fine. Better than fine. She's herself again. Scene 3. The alone in public test. Emma goes to a cafe, alone. She sits at a table, brings a book. She's content. A stranger approaches. "Are you waiting for someone?" Emma looks up. "No." "Oh. Do you want company?" Emma's brain short-circuits. Because how do you say I specifically came here to be alone without sounding like a pythopath? "I'm good, thanks." The stranger looks confused, like the concept of enjoying your own company is alien. They leave. Emma returns to her book, and she realizes something. Society has taught people that being alone in public is sad. That if you're eating alone, or sitting alone, or existing alone, something must be wrong. You must be lonely. You must be waiting for someone. You can't possibly be choosing this. But Emma is choosing this. And she's happy. Happier than she'd be making small talk with a stranger about the weather. Scene 4. The recharge ritual. Emma's friends don't understand why she needs alone time. They take it personally. "What do you mean you need space? We're your friends." And Emma tries to explain. "It's not about you. I just need to recharge." But they don't get it. Because to them, being with friends is recharging. To Emma, it's the opposite. So she's learned to lie. "I'm busy. I'm tired. I have plans." The plans are sitting in her apartment, doing nothing. But people accept "I have plans" more than "I want to be alone." Because one sounds productive, the other sounds broken. But Emma's not broken. She's just recharging. Like a phone that's been at 10% all week. She needs to plug in. Alone. In silence. And when she emerges, she's at 100% again. Ready to be social. For exactly 3 hours. Then the cycle repeats. Scene 5. The group chat anxiety. Emma's phone is buzzing. It's the group chat. 47 unread messages. She opens it. It's just people talking. About nothing. Memes, plans, inside jokes. And Emma feels it. The pressure. She should respond. She should contribute. She should be present. But she doesn't want to. Not because she doesn't care, but because the constant connectivity is exhausting. Every notification is a little pull. A little demand for attention. And Emma's brain is screaming, "I need silence." So she mutes the chat for 8 hours. When she unmutes it, there are 89 new messages. She reads them. She doesn't respond. And she doesn't feel bad about it. Because here's what she's learned. Just because you can be reached 24/7 doesn't mean you should be. Solitude isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. So why is this okay? Why is liking being alone not the red flag everyone thinks it is? Here's the truth. People who prefer solitude aren't antisocial. They're selectively social. There's a difference. Antisocial means you hate people. Selectively social means you have limited energy and you're choosing where to spend it. Emma loves her friends. In small doses. She enjoys conversations. When they're meaningful. She likes people. She just doesn't like performing for them. And studies actually back this up. People who enjoy solitude tend to have higher levels of emotional regulation because they've learned to sit with themselves.
with their thoughts, without distraction. Most people can't do that. Most people need constant noise, constant company, constant validation, because silence is uncomfortable. It forces you to confront yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your existence, and that's terrifying. But people like Emma, they've made peace with it. They've learned that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. Loneliness is feeling disconnected even when you're surrounded by people. Solitude is choosing connection with yourself. And honestly, that's a level of self-awareness most people never reach. Because it's easier to fill the void with noise than to explore it. It's easier to stay busy than to be still. It's easier to be around people than to be with yourself. But Emma